All of the scratches on the spotlights are fixed now. And this one here that we did in yesterday's video, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. You can see where it is. You can't see it with the naked eye. I'm moving a light around here to see if it'll sort of make a shadow on the little bumps that the brush created. But like I say, it's you can't see it with the naked eye, so I mean, why worry about it, right? Who's going to be going around this ship with a macro lens, right? Anyway, we are at the place now where we got to turn the page on the manual. Just want to double check here and make sure there isn't anything at all on step 25 that we've missed. Now this photo etch here that goes over top of the catapult, we decided we weren't going to use that, so we didn't even bother to paint it. But everything else we've got. There wasn't actually a whole lot of little pieces for step 25. Now, step 26. Some big pieces we got to find here. Actually, only two big pieces. These two are the same. These three pieces are all the same one, just showing different angles of it. So there's this piece, F1, and a Z3. Well, there's Z3, and this is F1. Now there's probably a good reason why they didn't mold these two pieces together, and I guess we'll discover what that is once we get going here. Okay, I'll get my Tamiya nippers and I'll try and nip those off nice and flush. I think we pretty well got it here, except for a little discoloration in the plastic where it got nipped off. Now does it go like this? Yeah. Does it go inside there or on top? No, I guess it goes on top. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Just right in here, I'm wondering about how this is supposed to go. Is it supposed to go down inside? These two sides, they're not a mirror image of each other. They're a little bit different. Well, I'll study it and we'll get it figured out. Okay, I do believe that this is supposed to go down inside here. Like that. And then this would fit in. Okay. I can't see any other way that this is supposed to go. Now this is a pretty tight fit. I'm pressing down pretty hard here. So I might have to use clamps until the glue sets. But I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. Okay, I did try it with the clamps, and I was finding that I had to have the edge of the clamp over where there might be glue oozing out, and I can just envision, you know, the clamp getting glued to the plastic. This is an extremely tight fit for some reason. Okay, there, I think I got it. So if I could glue this end down like this, now it won't stay there by itself. It keeps popping back up. So I'm going to have to figure out how to hold that down. Okay, so I get this glued in place like that. Then the front, I'm actually pressing down fairly hard. then the front can be shoved into place. Yeah. This is actually the first part that I've had that doesn't seem to want to fit real well. It is fitting, it's just that it's sort of a bit of a tight fit. It looks okay. Was it my imagination, or did plastic ooze out right there? Well, it's going to have to do. The die is cast. Okay, right here, this part right here is this part right here. I'll hang the camera up and look straight down and we'll get some better views in a second here. This piece right here, okay, it almost fits right on there. Just a coincidence, I'm sure. No, not necessarily. Right here it says 1/200 scale, so that's why it's an exact fit. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. Here's a good couple of pictures right here and here. I'll put the camera, hang the camera up, and we'll look straight down on this and be able to figure some stuff out. Okay, I'll try and hold the pages flat here so that we're not going to get a glare off the overhead lights. I think of these two pictures here, probably this one is going to be the most informative, even though this one shows a good side view. But what I was wondering was, right here, I think I'm going to just zoom in on this one right here, because I was wondering what this was, and now of course I can clearly see some sort of a grating, possibly made of wood. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll just move in a little bit on this one shot here. Okay, this piece along the bottom here, this is it right here. Now, obviously there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sections or stories or layers or whatever you want to call them. But we don't need to worry about these ones. You can see where it goes right here. But what I wanted to know was, what is this right here? Because I can see it right here. And yeah, okay, it's some sort of wood grating, I do believe. So I know what color to paint it. It's going to be sort of a deck color, maybe a little darker. Here's the deck tan, and then this will be a little darker. We're probably going to have to spray the sides here gray before we do anything else. Well, at least I'll be able to see if the modification I did with my airbrush is going to work. Yeah, that'll probably be tomorrow now, because we do have to find some more pieces that have to get stuck on this. Anyway, this book is actually turning out to be quite handy, so... These large pieces, of course, we've already got them. And as near as I can tell, we just need the K and the F sprue. So, here we go, the F sprue. And we need, well, let's start at the top and sort of work our way down. F6 and F7, 6 and 7. So that's obviously these right here. I'll use my good nippers. And we'll trim those up later. Now, we need F25. Okay, 27, 26. There's 25. Okay, it's very carefully now. Okay, and we probably need the mirror image of it. 21. Yeah, there's 21. Okay, trim that up later. Okay, well, we're on the F sprue. What else do we need here that's F? 17. I need my other glasses here. 15, 16, 17 right there. Okay. Okay, I think we got the F sprue done. K27. And K25, that'll be the mirror image to it. Yeah, I guess we need two of them. I guess one for each side. Well, there's another K sprue here. I'm just going to go ahead and find the rest of the pieces off these sprues and trim them up, and then we'll take a look at them after. Once again, as near as I can tell, all our pieces are cut. And pretty much everything that goes on one side also goes on the other side, except for this little piece right here, which is this one. And it goes on right there. That's the only one that is not duplicated. I I'm thinking before I spray the sides of this piece here, it might be a good idea to glue these on. There's a couple of little pegs right there, and I don't know if I can show you or not here. I think I'm getting my hands in the way. Anyway, they go like this. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I should glue this in place because I'm pretty sure I can get in there with the airbrush. Otherwise, when I try to glue it on after it's been painted, it will look worse than... Anyway, I think you know what I'm trying to say here. All of the solvent now has evaporated out of this little place here where the plastic oozed out. I guess I must have squashed it down because it was more of a little raised dome there before. So okay, that was the medium. I'll just polish it up a little bit now with the fine. The medium left scratches on there, didn't it? That's some better. Okay, these little pieces here are part of the hinge mechanism for what I would call a swing out bridge. They're not identical, so it would be quite easy to accidentally get them mixed up here. Okay, I just want to put a little bit of pressure on there. Don't want to accidentally knock them over. Make sure they're seated right up against the wall of this superstructure here. Let them dry like that, they should be good. Quit poking! You were probably wondering what this little stick was that you saw here. Well, in case you couldn't figure it out, it's just to help hold it down, give it a little bit more stability. And we will do the other two exactly the same way. I don't know, this one seems to be leaning down a little bit. Should it be leaning down? Yeah, it looks better. I don't think it was seated all the way down into the bottom of the slot. There, once the plastic gets liquefied, it's a lot easier to squish these down into place. There we go. Pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. This is part of the swing out bridge. Why is it that every time I push record somebody decides they're going to mow their lawn? Okay. Now, do I still have that right? Yeah, looks right. Or should it go the other way? No. I was right the first time. Now these ones here, it's kind of hard to go wrong with. This one and this one are both the same, so it doesn't matter which one you pick up. And it's keyed, as you can see. Just want to make sure it's going to actually fit before I stick the glue on it and start making a mess. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, and you can see there's a little peg right in there and a little peg right here. And the idea they will fit into those brackets that we glued on a few minutes ago. Okay. I know that I don't always do this very delicately, but trying not to get the glue on my fingers. If I don't hurry up here, it's going to evaporate on me. There we go. No, that's not it. There, now it's locked in place. Just I want to make sure I got it centered on this part here. Maybe I should check the other one. Okay, these three pieces I'm going to be painting the dark gray. Everything else will be the light gray. And I have to figure out now where on this main superstructure do I want to paint and don't want to paint. Okay, now on this piece here, I'm going to want to paint all along the inside here, gray on this. I guess it looks like it's probably some sort of a fence, or rather a wall that you could look over. It was probably heavily armored. The idea, I guess, is if you were standing looking over it and a shell hit here, it probably wouldn't go through. At least that's what I'm assuming. And this part here that has this grading, we'll be painting that some kind of dark brown, or at least darker than deck tan. It doesn't matter if I get a little bit of overspray. Some of these other places will paint over top. I'll just have to be careful that I don't paint the gray too thick so that it's not going to obliterate the detail. And there's a lot of detail. Okay, all of this is going to have to be painted gray. And of course all the sides. I don't know if the back is going to be seen or not, but I don't think it is. I think it goes up against something. I'll have to check. This area here will be sort of a dark color. Maybe I better check the book and see what it is that's dark and what isn't here. Also, it might be a good idea to move over to the next page here and see if possibly, as long as I'm painting, maybe it might be advisable to paint a piece like this at the same time, because this is not the same piece as this. This is this. Yeah, so it's going to be a smaller piece, Z5 or Z, depending on what country you live in. So we'll say Z5. Yeah, and there's a few more little pieces here. I think I'm going to look for the Z5. Well, that piece fits well. Should I be painting these glued together, or should I do them separately? I think maybe I'll do them separately, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get in here. Okay. Am I getting ahead of myself here now by doing this? Decisions. So once again, I'm kind of thinking out loud here. So this piece goes on here, and it doesn't appear that I need to paint this, because it looks like the hangers for the aircraft are going to go up against the sides here, and then the part of the funnel begins right here. You'll notice right here it is kind of detailed, so that might be visible. So I guess when I spray, I'll just do the outsides all the way around, and the inside of this wall here, and the same on this piece. And I know there's going to be overspray on the deck, but that's okay. I'm probably going to be brushing this as best I can. And the same here, same way here, I'll be brushing here. And I'm just sort of trying to psych myself up here the way I'm going to do it, because I think we're just about ready to spray here. Spray all the way around the outside, spray the top here. I'm starting to repeat myself, aren't I? Now at this very moment here in Winnipeg, it's only about 10 to 12 noon, And I know I have time if I sort of rush it to do the painting, but, you know, once again, this is a pretty long video and I have to start uploading it to YouTube a little bit. Uh-oh, doorbell. Yeah, that was my air filters from Amazon. Anyway, back to about the spraying. If I want to be able to do a really good job here, I think I better leave the rest of this for episode 146. And that way I'll be able to take my time. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.